Hi everybody, I'm Ciotola, and this is actually my first time ever really talking about my story, so it might be a little emotional, so kind of bear with me. So the very first time I heard of Katie's Way was when I was a sophomore in high school. None of us knew why we were going to the auditorium, we just knew it was someone that had something important to share. So I sat there with my friends and we waited for this mysterious guest speaker whom we knew nothing about. No guest speaker came out, only a video played. It was a story on teen dating violence, specifically about a young woman named Katie Sudbury and her experience. Throughout the video, I noticed that the story was not being told by her, it was being told by her mother. We saw that no matter how much this beautiful young woman did to get away from her abuser, it was still not enough. Even after she had left her boyfriend, he had manipulated a way to see her one last time. The one thing that made the entire auditorium completely silent was when the video shared that she was killed by her abusive ex, who also chose to end his own life. That seemed to be the one moment that resonated with everyone. After the video ended, her mother, Bobby Sudbury, came out and she told us that young woman was her child, that she was here today to help, and that Katie's Way was a chance for her to help young couples learn what a healthy relationship should be and could be. She spoke so passionately about making a difference. She talked about statistics and facts that we were unknown to this whole time. She spoke, I felt, as if I was soaking in her words. So just in case if I needed to know what to do, I would be prepared. Since that day, I vowed to myself that I would know better, and did know better. That I would see the red flags and have some kind of pre-existing knowledge going forward in the dating world. All because I had listened that day, and my mother gave me warning signs, and I had seen what an abusive man could do to a beautiful woman. How it turned them from a bright beam of light to a shadow so quickly. I knew, but like they always say, it can happen to anyone, and it did. It happened to me. I dated someone for a year of my life. I thought he was the sweetest, most mannerly, and all-around great guy. Someone I could bring home to the family. I thought that for about 5 months of the relationship that it was like solidly good. Sorry. Then I saw a change when I started having medical issues. They were very serious, so I really needed support during that time, and I was scared myself. So at the time, I ended up getting support from everyone but him. He made his feelings more important than my health and well-being. He met me with hostility when I needed compassion. He chose to psychologically and emotionally abuse me because he knew that physical would be a deal breaker. He knew what worked for him and what he could manipulate a way to stay with me and the ways that I wouldn't fight back or I wouldn't really counter. He would make threats but never acted on them. He made sure that relationship catered only to him and his needs, that anything that had to do with him anything that had to do with me came last, if ever. He would suffocate me with all of his problems. My phone was never dry of a text from him demanding to know who I was with, why I was with them, and where I was. I remember one text he sent me. I hadn't responded quick enough for him. It read, "If you don't text me back, I'm going to kill people. I'm going to kill myself," was the next message. "I'll kill your pets if you don't respond." Death threats were common. He made suicidal threats that if I left him, that he would kill himself or that he would kill me. That I would be the reason that he was alone for the rest of his life and that I would be alone just as well. Messages like that were common when I was too busy to answer. He never allowed me to talk about my feelings or things that bothered me or were a concern in the relationship. When I tried to bring up concerns I had for our relationship, he would make me out to be a terrible person. He called me things I will not repeat here. I tried to leave multiple times, but every time I did, he would guilt trip me. He would tell me I would be the reason he was alone. He would keep persisting on that matter. He gave every excuse he could so I would feel forced to stay with him. I felt trapped. I slowly felt the confident, happy, outgoing young woman everyone cherished was no longer presented. I decided to reach out to my mother finally. I was scared because my mother helps women who have and are going through domestic violence every single day. I thought, what would my mom think of me? How much of a disappointment I would be once I told her. I knew that it needed to be addressed, and I couldn't handle carrying that silent burden anymore. So I told her. She showed me only love and said she only wished I had told her sooner. With her help, I was able to separate from that toxic person, and for that I thank you. There are many teenagers that do not feel that they can talk to someone, that they are alone. It is our job as friends, family, coaches, and as human beings to show them that they are not alone. We all can do this by supporting organizations like Katie's Way, by learning from them and helping them reach out to our communities. I don't know if Katie's Way impacted me as deep as it did because I saw myself in Katie, or if it was because I felt Bobby's passion and fight for a better world and wanted to be a part of it. Either way, I'm honored to be a part of such an empowering event and to be a voice here today for anyone who couldn't share their story. Thank you.